Just some FYI, the next game, Tennessee and Florida State, will begin at 2:45 p.m. The first pitch will be at 2:45 p.m.
No, I'm about to call Jack to see where he's at.
They say he's on his way. We just got that he's on his way. Yeah. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the victory. If you could give us a opening statement about today's game.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to congratulate Nick and his team for getting to Omaha for the first time. I know how difficult this process is, and for Nick to be able to do this for the first time in school history, they have a tremendous amount of things that they should be proud of. So I'm just happy for them that they've gotten to this point for the first time, and it's like I said, it's not easy. As far as the game today, our team, obviously we got up to a quick start. I think we scored 7 in the first, and Jack got it going with a single in the right center field, and we strung together a bunch of good at-bats there in the first, and I thought this is the best Pierce has thrown all year long. His stuff looked really crisp. Maybe him not throwing in the supers, giving him a little bit of time off probably helped, but he had the best start he's had all year long. And then obviously the two guys behind him, kept their pitch counts down. So if need be, we would, obviously have them on the card tonight as well. So we're looking forward to the opportunity playing Texas A&M again. And, we'll get off our feet for a couple hours and be right back at it.
Okay, thanks. We'll open with questions for the student athletes. We'll go here, and then we'll go there.
Jack Meyer, ESPN Gainesville. 2 questions for Jack. First of all, congrats, record-breaking home run today. Obviously, that's a really big deal. So just after the ball left your bat on that home run, just at what moment did it hit you? Like whether it was on the field, in the dugout, or just if it hasn't yet, just what moment did it hit you that you had just become Florida's all-time home run leader?
Probably in the dugout. Chuck gave me a hug, congratulated me, and Sully and stuff, and all the teammates followed. So it kind of hit me there. It was really cool. In the moment, though, I was just, trying to help my team add more runs to the win.
Absolutely. And then in your last meeting with Kentucky, you mentioned that you were a bit frustrated with some of the so-called mind games that they played in the dugout. So just bearing that in mind, did that add any extra motivation for you today to just bring it harder than ever before, for lack of a better word?
I mean, no extra motivation. They beat us at home in the weekend series, so we knew we had to, kind of get some sort of revenge, I guess. And there's no better opportunity than to do it on this stage. So, all the guys are pretty pumped up about it.
Go here, then we'll go here.
Ben and Solomon, Gators Illustrated. Coach always has gone back to the Georgia series, kind of where this run has started. Any other specific moment, game that you kind of realize that this is clicking and this could be a special run?
Probably after we lost that one game in Oklahoma State, we knew, there was no second chances after that. That was probably when everybody kind of bared down and knew what we had to do just to keep our season alive and get us to where we are now.
Brady Pierce, anybody want to answer?
Yeah, I mean, I think after the first game at Georgia that we lost, we just came together and started picking each other up better. One guy followed the other, and someone makes a mistake, the next guy comes in and picks him up. I think that's just what we've been working with, so it's been going good so far.
Yeah, I mean, when we lost our first game to Oklahoma State, and then that following game, our backs showed up against the wall again, and we just knew, like Jack said, we had no second chance. So.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Pierce being staked to the early leads. Pitchers have a different way of handling that. How did you just kind of channel in and continue to, execute your game plan with that? And what was your mindset like when you were up 7-1?
Just throw strikes, get ahead of the counts, and don't fall behind. I mean, once you fall behind, it's easier to hit. So I just kept throwing strikes, and hopefully they didn't hit the ball out of the park a lot. So
Right here.
Nick Marcinko, Gator Country Pierce, career high in innings pitched, strikeouts, and total pitches. What does it mean to you to be able to pitch on this stage and perform the way you did, after your long journey? And what was working for you today?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, Cop just told me, what took you so long to get your first win? But, I mean, it's been a long journey. But today, my fastball felt good off the hand. I was able to go in and out with it and just be able to drop my slider in whenever I needed to. And it's hard to hit when you got a couple pitches working. So I just kept going with that.
Okay, we'll go here, and then we'll go right here.
Andrew Stem, Omaha World-Herald. Brody, on that grand slam, what were you looking for anything specific, pitch coming out of the hand? What was your mindset going through that at bat with the bases loaded?
Going up in that bat, in a big situation right there, you kind of just got to go in and do something for your team, whether that's put the ball in play, draw a walk, or anything there. So I tried to just get a swing off early, and obviously a great thing happened.
Okay. One more question for this. We'll go here and there, and that'll be it.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Jack, what was it like hitting leadoff for, I believe, the first time in your career? And did you talk, with the coaches about it and confer about it, and just your comfort level there and the decision there to have you bat leadoff?
Yeah, I mean, I had an idea given the track record of last time we played Kentucky. And then Sully called me last night, and I kind of knew where it was going, and I was all in on it. Swiped a bag, shut off the wheels. It was kind of a leadoff guy that, everybody wanted me to be, so kind of embraced the role today.
Your last question for the student.
Bennett Solomon, Gators Illustrated. For all the players, what's it like being a part of this team? All of the answers that you guys have given, they've been humble, they've been unselfish. There's records being broken, individual pitching performances. It all just circles back to the team. So what's it like being a part of a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything, I talked about it a little while ago. It's why you come to Florida. You have a great group of guys. That there's talent, top to bottom on the roster. And honestly, the biggest thing is really just playing for each other. That's kind of our motto and kind of what we've been running with this postseason. Despite all the ups and downs of the regular season, we know none of that matters now. And now it just kind of falls, next game, and just leads into that.
I mean, I think it's pretty easy to be humble when you got the best player in the country on your team that's very humble. So, I mean, he keeps everybody in check, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when we play for this team, everyone's, committed to the same goal and wanting to win, and everybody coming out and competing their butts off, just means a lot and kind of shows what we all want at the end of the day.
Gentlemen, thank you. Good luck tonight as well.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get started. Coaches, questions, Coach, go here, then we'll go back there.
Yeah, Sully, what went into the decision on the lineup changes this morning? And it seemed to obviously pay off, but what were the coaching staff thinking about, during the day and formulating that plan to go into the Kentucky game?
Well, I think it was a couple things. Number one, we haven't been real productive the first two games offensively. That's the first thing. But the second thing, they keep walking Jack, right? So it's at least maybe for one at bat, they won't be able to do it when he starts the game hitting leadoff, and it certainly worked its way out that way by scoring 7. And I think, Ashton had been struggling a little bit in the 3-hole, and this is his first time starting for us over the last few weeks, and obviously this is the biggest stage in college baseball. So just got to move some stuff around. I felt Shelnut was seeing the ball as good as anybody, and sometimes you make lineup changes and make decisions like this and they work out, and sometimes they don't. But I felt like we're at a point where we had to do something different because what we had going just the first 2 games was not very productive, honestly.
Darren Stoltzfus, Western News, Orlando. What is in this team's makeup that allows them to play so freely, almost play better when their backs are so far against the wall?
I think we got some really good leadership. I do. I think we got some really good stories. Obviously, just the guys that are sitting here, Jack's story and how he's handled this year. Pierce, the adversity he's gone through for 2 years to get back to where he's now being able to pitch. The Ashton Wilson story, the Brandon Neely story, how he was in the pen, started, now back to the pen. I just think there's some really neat stories on our team that has really brought this team together. And the whole goal is to play your best at the end of the year, and we've been fortunate enough to have been able to do that. And let's face it, we were battle tested throughout the year. Our schedule was the hardest schedule in the country, and we got through it. And we had to get through the Georgia series, like we keep talking about. We had to win the series, and then I think that Oklahoma State series, when we lost that Saturday night game, when we won those next 3 games, I think that was a huge turning point for us.
Questions for Coach? Yeah.
Sully, just for perspective, I mean, Jack came here as more of a pitcher almost. I mean, his hitting had a lot of room to work with. Can you just talk about today compared to the guy who got here as a hitter?
Yeah, he was scouted more as a pitcher, and you don't see very many high school pitchers that can throw 94, 95 from the left side. So we really didn't know what we had with him offensively, or what he was going to turn out to be. We did recruit him as a two-way, but I didn't even realize the record that he broke today until they just started talking about it. Or I would have given him a hug too. But he's an unbelievable athlete, and I think that the thing that it really sticks out to me is everything he does and says and the answers he gives is all genuine. That's who he is, and like I said, obviously we're all extremely happy for him with how he's performed this year, but the stuff that he says and deflects all the attention towards his teammates is what I'm most proud about.
Okay, last question for Coach. Okay.
You're going to play Texas A&M for a 5th time. Not many teams do that during a year. So anything different you're telling your guys? And you have to beat them twice. So anything different you're telling them?
No, we'll be ready to play, and I know our players are excited. They got another chance to play another game. So we'll go home, get off our feet for a little bit, and come back and look forward to playing again.
Okay. Do you one more?
Yeah.
Jesse Simmons, ESPN Gainesville. Coach, go back to pitching for a second. Alex Philpott, first appearance since breaking his hand. How important was that for him to fill the gap and be able to preserve Neely for the end, looking to Game 2 today?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when we kind of opened the game up there, the only guy we had loose in the pen was Clemente, because I think we had an inning where we scored, those 5 runs in the 5th. But at that point, the game was not out of reach, certainly. So that's why we went to Clemente, and he already got hot. And I just told Jake, listen, just keep your pitch count under 30, around 30, so you'll be able to help us tonight in some capacity. And Alex, he did the same thing. And I was really pleased with how they both threw. Because sometimes you can get a little sloppy and you got a big lead, but they both did exactly what we asked them to do. And I thought both of them looked extremely comfortable. Obviously, Jake looked a little different than he did his first outing. And sometimes that happens with pitchers. It takes them an outing to kind of get comfortable and relax a little bit. But he was really good, and Alex threw the ball great. He did exactly what we needed him to do. So our bullpen should be in great shape tonight. We'll start Liam again, obviously. He threw 52 pitches on Saturday. So, our bullpen should be in good shape for tonight for sure.
Well, Coach, again, congrats. Thanks for your time, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.